Welcome back to my channel, Worth Old Coins. Today is best, top 2 coins. One you want to miss where? Diving into the world of Turkey coins, please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1. The 250 bin Lira coin of Turkey from the year 2004 is a unique and historically significant piece that represents a transitional period in the Turkish monetary system, as it came just before the nation revalued its currency in 2005. Issued by the Central Bank of the Republic of Turkey, Türkiye Cumhuriyet Merkez Bankası, this coin is part of a series that reflects the final years of the Turkish Lira, TRL, before the introduction of the new Turkish Lira, YTL. The 250,000 Lira coin was among the higher denomination coins circulating at the time, illustrating the effects of long-term inflation on the Turkish economy throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Historical background. In the decades leading up to 2004, Turkey faced significant inflation, causing the value of its currency to decline drastically. The Turkish lira had been severely devalued, necessitating the introduction of high-denomination banknotes and coins like the 250,000 lira. This coin was minted during a time when daily purchases required large amounts of currency due to inflationary pressures. The decision to produce a coin of this denomination, rather than a banknote, was both practical and economic, as coins last longer in circulation. Coin specifications denomination, 250,000 lira, 250 bin lira. Year of issue, 2004. Country, Republic of Turkey, Türkiye Cumhuriyeti. Minting authority, Turkish State Mint, Darfane. Material, nickel-plated steel. Weight, approximately 820 grams. Diameter, around 26.15 mm. Thickness, roughly 1.8 mm. Edge. Reeded shape, round obverse design, front. The obverse side of the 250 bin Lira coin features a traditional design with a modern aesthetic. At the center, it displays the crescent and star, the national emblem of Turkey, derived from the Turkish flag. Türkiye Cumhuriyeti, meaning Republic of Turkey. The design is clean, symmetrical, and emblematic of national pride, representing the sovereignty and unity of the Turkish nation. Reverse design, back. On the reverse side, the coin prominently features the denomination 250,000 lira, with the number clearly centered to signify its value. Below the value is the year 2004, the date of minting. Surrounding the denomination is a laurel wreath, a classical symbol of victory, peace, and prosperity. At the top of the reverse side is a stylized tulip motif, which holds cultural significance in Turkey as a symbol of beauty and strength, and is often associated with the Ottoman Empire and Turkish art. Monetary context. By 2004, the Turkish lira had lost much of its value due to hyperinflation, which had plagued the country for decades. Coins like the 250 bin lira were used for relatively modest purchases, despite their seemingly high nominal value. For example, 250,000 Turkish lira in 2004 would be worth only a fraction of a US dollar, often less than 0.20 USD. The need to carry large denominations became cumbersome, leading the Turkish government to announce a currency reform in 2005, replacing the old lira with the new Turkish lira, YTL, effectively removing 6 zeros from the currency. Thus, 250,000 TRL became equivalent to just 0.25 YTL economic significance. This coin serves as a stark reminder of the impact of inflation and the importance of sound fiscal and monetary policy. The 250,000 lira coin, like other high-denomination coins and notes from this era, reflected the day-to-day economic reality of Turkish citizens, paying for bread, tea, or bus fare with hundreds of thousands or millions of lira. For many Turks, these coins were a normal part of life, used in small markets, local cafes, or daily commuting. Collectability and value today as. Of today, the 250 bin Lira coin is no longer in circulation, having been demonetized after the currency revaluation on January 1, 2005. However, it holds numismatic value, especially for collectors interested in hyperinflation-era coins or the monetary history of modern Turkey. The coin is relatively common due to mass production, so its value to collectors remains modest unless found in uncirculated or proof condition. In the collector's market, a circulated 250,000 lira coin typically sells for between $1 to $3 USD, while uncirculated examples may fetch slightly higher prices depending on condition and demand. Cultural and symbolic aspects. Beyond its monetary use, the 250 bin lira coin is a cultural artifact that tells the story of modern Turkey's economic challenges and recovery. It is often used in educational settings to discuss currency devaluation, the effects of inflation, and the importance of currency reform. For Turkish citizens and collectors alike, the coin represents a period of resilience and transition. The symbolism in its design, the tulip, laurel, and crescent, further enhances its significance as a piece of Turkey's cultural and historical identity. Conclusion. In conclusion, the 2004 Turkish 250 bin lira coin is much more than a mere currency unit. It is a relic of a pivotal moment in Turkish economic history. Its issuance marks the end of an inflation-plagued era and the dawn of monetary reform in Turkey. Although the coin is no longer legal tender, it remains an enduring symbol of adaptation, endurance, and transformation within the Turkish Republic. It captures the challenges faced by a nation and the proactive measures taken to regain economic stability. As a collectible, it stands as a valuable piece for those interested in the evolution of global currencies and the socio-economic stories behind them. Top 2. The 10 bin lira, 10,000 Turkish lira coin from Turkey, issued in 1995, stands as an emblematic representation of a critical period in the economic and political history of the Turkish Republic. Minted by the Turkish State Mint, Darfane, under the authority of the Central Bank of the Republic of Turkey, Türkiye Cumhuriyet Merkez Bankası, this coin was a direct response to the country's ongoing battle with hyperinflation, which had been steadily eroding the purchasing power of the Turkish currency since the late 1970s and accelerating throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. The coin belongs to the era of the old Turkish lira, TRL, which was used until the monetary reform of 2005, when the new Turkish lira, YTL, was introduced to stabilize the economy and simplify transactions. The 10,000 lira coin, although numerically large, was used commonly for small daily transactions like a loaf of bread, a glass of Turkish tea, or a short ride on public transport. Economically, the coin captures a unique chapter in Turkey's financial evolution, symbolizing not affluence, but the depth of inflation's effect on everyday life. Designed with a strong sense of national identity and a reflection of Turkey's modernization, the obverse side of the coin features a well-defined left-facing profile of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the revered founder of the Turkish Republic and the symbol of its secular, progressive aspirations. His image on coins is both a tribute and a political statement, reinforcing the enduring presence of his ideology in the Turkish state. Türkiye Cumhuriyeti, meaning Republic of Turkey, framing the central figure with dignity and a sense of pride. On the reverse side, the coin is marked with the denomination 10,000 lira at the center, with the year of mintage, 1995, placed beneath it. This is encircled by a stylized laurel wreath, symbolizing victory, honor, and peace, a classical motif that connects modern Turkish nationalism to deeper historical traditions. Above the denomination appears the crescent moon and star, an enduring emblem of Turkish identity found on the national flag, echoing the country's Islamic heritage and Ottoman past, while also affirming the Republic's commitment to unity and sovereignty. The coin is round in shape with a reeded edge, offering both tactile security and visual appeal. It was struck using copper-nickel alloy, a common metal choice in coinage for its durability, resistance to corrosion, and affordability, especially important during times of economic constraint. In terms of dimensions, the 10-bin Lira coin from 1995 measures approximately 26.15 millimeter in diameter, weighs around 6.8 grams, and has a sturdy, everyday use design. It was part of a broader monetary strategy to keep physical currency in circulation, even as inflation skyrocketed, and it was produced in very large quantities. As a result, today it is not considered a rare collector's item in terms of scarcity. However, its historical value, as a physical representation of a period of financial volatility, economic reform, and political transition, is significant. Turkey in the mid-1990s was navigating not just inflation, but also issues such as coalition governments, social tensions, and the need for modern economic restructuring. The widespread use of this coin among all layers of society, from farmers and vendors to students and professionals, makes it an object with deep social resonance. This 1995 issue also predates the financial reforms that would come in the early 2000s under tighter fiscal policies and structural reforms aligned with IMF support and EU-oriented modernization. These reforms culminated in the currency revaluation of 2005, when the new Turkish Lira, YTL, was introduced, removing 6 zeros from the old currency so that 10,000 Lira became equivalent to just 0. 1 YTL, or 1 kurush, 1/100th of a new lira. The 1995 10,000 Lira coin, therefore, lost its legal tender status after the end of the transition period, but it remains a valuable relic of the past, one that tells the story of Turkey's inflation era, the burdens on its people, and the steps taken to modernize and stabilize the economy. In the numismatic market, the 1995 10-bin Lira coin is widely available due to its mass production. In circulated condition, its collector value is generally low, typically between $0.50 to $1 USD, but specimens in uncirculated or proof condition may command slightly higher prices. Nevertheless, its worth is better appreciated for historical education, cultural insight, and economic symbolism, rather than monetary gain. For students, historians, collectors, and Turkish citizens alike, the coin offers a physical connection to an important time in national development, marking a period where economic hardship and reform went hand in hand, and where the resilience of the Turkish people was expressed not just in policy, but in the very coins they used each day. In conclusion, the 1995 Turkish 10-bin Lira coin is more than a piece of metal. It is a tangible chronicle of monetary history, social change, and national resilience. It bears the face of a republic's founder, the symbols of its identity, and the numbers that narrate a story of inflation and adaptation. Though its economic value has diminished with time, its significance as a historical and cultural artifact continues to endure. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.